Good morning, boys and girls. Thank you for joining with me in a children's time as we learn something in this first weekend of the new year, something that is actually very important for us for our daily living, at home, in our neighborhood, and in our schools, and anywhere, everywhere. There were a bunch of kids who went to camp one summer. Clearly wasn't this past summer, as camps were closed. But this year, this particular year, there was one young fellow who went to camp, and his name was Harold. People called him Harry for short. And he was sent to camp by his parents, and when he was there, one day he received a package, and it was from his parents. They'd sent him a box of cookies. And he opened up the cookies after dinner, and he had a couple, and then he closed the box up, and he put it back underneath his bed, and he went outside to join the singing around the campfire. Then they all went to bed, and the next morning he got up and he went through his day. They had archery, they had swimming and canoeing, and they had a great day together. In the morning especially, in lunchtime, he was hungry after lunch still, so he went to his bed, and he knelt down and looked under his bed, and the box of cookies was gone. And he went and told one of the camp counselors who was there. He was very upset. Harry was crying that somebody would have stolen his box of homemade chocolate chip cookies. They were the best, he said. How could somebody do this at camp, no less? Well, the camp counselor said, don't worry about it. I'll try to find out what's gone on, what's happened, and I'll come back and see you, okay? So just be calm and don't worry. So the camp counselor wandered around the campgrounds, and he found a young fellow whose name was Billy, short for William. And Billy was sitting down near the lake, hiding behind a tree, with the box on his lap, eating the cookies as fast as he could. The camp counselor didn't confront him. Instead, the counselor went back and found Harry and said to him, I found the boy who took your cookies. Did you confront him? Harry wanted to know. Are you going to kick him out of camp? And the counselor put his hands up like, no, don't get excited. No, I didn't confront him. And no, I didn't take the box of cookies away from him. And no, I'm not kicking him out because that would simply make him hate you. But I want you to trust me, and I want you to do something different. You would never have thought of this. I want you, and I'm going to take you to the office. I want you to phone your mom and dad and ask them to send you another box of cookies. And when that box of cookies comes, I want you to take the box of cookie and take Billy with you down to the lake and offer him some fresh made cookies and see what happens. Billy thought the counselor was crazy. Harry thought the counselor was crazy. But a couple of days later, another box of freshly baked cookies arrived in the mail. And so Harry found Billy and had his bag with him, so he didn't know what was in the bag, and asked him to come down to the lake with him. And they sat on a bench, and Harry took out of his bag the box of cookies. He opened it up and offered him a fresh cookie. The counselor wandered by a few minutes later and saw them laughing together and joking and sharing cookies, and they became best of friends after that. And the young fellow, Billy, tried to convince Harry that he should let Billy give him his pocket knife in payment for him stealing his cookies in the first place. And young Harry said, no, don't worry about it. They're just some cookies. I've forgiven you. It's okay. Come on, let's continue playing. And they had a great rest of the time at camp because of the power of forgiveness in life. Is there anybody in your life that God might be wanting you to forgive?